Obsession is a powerful, scary force that can lead previously sane people to do insane things, to commit unspeakable acts. The act I want to talk about today from an obsessed individual is not unspeakable. In fact, I really want to speak about it, though it is heinous. It is extremely weird, and I can't help but discuss this with all of you. Like I mentioned, obsession is a horrible thing. When it comes to an obsession, it's a lot like playing a game of suck a fart out of Charlie's butt. There are no winners. And that couldn't be more true than with this story here. So there is a hardcore band named Llorona, and yesterday they posted an announcement letting the fans know that an integral member of the band was kicked out because they hatched a nefarious scheme to steal one of the other members' fiancés. And the way that they did this was by secretly lacing their pre-workout with estrogen with the goal of making that bandmate seem less manly in comparison to him. Thus, the fiancé would be more attracted to him, the more masculine guy, and leave her fiancé for him. It's a mind-boggling plan. And at first I thought it was fake. So I actually learned about it on stream last night, and then I waited till today to see if there was a reveal that it was all just a joke, a ruse, and it got debunked today. But that hasn't been the case. In fact, there's been more evidence here from Llorona's Instagram story, apparently. I saw these screenshots floating around. There's also been a lot of articles that have been written about this that I believe are saying it's all real, at least based on what they've been able to gather. So these screenshots... I'm sorry, guys, the Rigid project is over due to me saying some uncomfortable and disrespectful things to Six and Caroline, such as giving Six estrogen and being obsessed with Caroline and hating Six while I was drunk. I've been kicked out of Llorona as well and will no longer be in the scene. This appears to be some kind of group chat where he admitted all of this in, and I don't know who Zach is there, but he seems like a menace. I can't tell if this is sarcastic or not, but he says, "Damn son, blank scene sucks. Nashville welcomes you with open arms." So I don't know if he just views this as not a big deal. He's like, oh, what a bunch of hooey. They suck over there anyway. Coming over to Nashville. We don't care about you lacing pre-workout with estrogen. You can drug us all the time. Who gives a fuck? Bring that talent to Nashville ASAP, mister. Get on over here. So I'm guessing maybe he's going to relocate to Nashville and probably go from lacing shit with estrogen to lacing it with fentanyl. But there's another bit of information there at the bottom right. I was really drunk and told Six and his fiancé that I was obsessed with her and had a deep hatred for Six and gave Six estrogen to get an edge up on him. So it seems like this is a real situation that happened, and it'd be an odd thing to joke about considering Llorona is no longer a band at the moment because this was their vocalist. Now they need to find somebody else. Now I'll go ahead and play the stream clips where I go over their official statement and learn about it in real time because, man, this is a fucking crazy situation, for sure. Did you hear about that guy who got kicked from his band because he was lacing someone's pre-workout with estrogen so he could steal his girl by looking more manly? That's Galaxy Brain. How can I find that? Who is it? What a supervillain scheme. There's no way I'm gonna find that by typing in. Who was it? Lorna Shore? No. Wait, no. It was one of the Lorna Shore band members? Nuh-uh. I don't believe that. Yeah, no, nothing came up for that. So who was it? Was that recent? I don't know, this man just dropped like a fucking fire little wisdom nugget there and then left. Who was it? Tell me the name of the guy, I want to see it. That sounds amazing. This guy's an estrogenius. True, man, this guy's got the fucking the hookup here. The plug for great stories. It's all over the r/hardcore subreddit. Okay. Well, it should be super easy to just tell me who it is then. Why am I going on a scavenger hunt? Just fucking tell me. But fine. I'll go on the hardcore subreddit. The #1 post on r/hardcore is trying to teach my son how to brush his teeth. What the fuck? What the fuck? That is absolutely not it. I'm on a wild goose chase. Alright, now I'm super curious. Why is this here in the hardcore subreddit? Why is it why is this here? You gotta make sure you brush all your teeth in your mouth from front to the back and side to the fucking side. Open this shit up, let's go. I got it, okay. They're called Llorona. Oh, okay. I thought he put Lorna. So the band is called Llorona. The war on gingivitis is hardcore. So true, brother. So true. Just search Yarona HC on HC Instagram on Google. We have decided to part ways with our vocalist Diego due to admission of very disturbing and concerning behavior towards one of our band members and their partner. He is admitted to being obsessed with said partner and has been attempting to sabotage their relationship by cutting pre-workout he frequently gives from his job with high amounts of estrogen in them. He has been attempting to force a transition onto him for the last 5 months in hopes that it would give him the opportunity to swoop in once he looked stronger and more manly in comparison. This stupid caveman mindset makes zero sense. This tampering has caused confusion and thousands of dollars in medical bills the past month trying to figure out what's wrong. We would not know any of this unless Diego had gotten way too intoxicated and outed himself and stated an admission to all of this via text. There's many more disgusting details that have been left out for the sake of privacy and general censorship. What a fucking plan. Wow. Lacing his pre-workout with estrogen. Well, he's no longer in the band, so Yarona fans, I got bad news for you. But I've got to say, that is creative. Another thing that could have been an option if he wanted to put the work in would be just going to the gym and working out harder to look more manly than the other guy, if that was the goal. Actual Disney supervillain, yeah, pretty much. Another option is just to find a single woman. No, you're off your gourd, brother. Find a different girl? No, that doesn't make sense. That just does not make sense. It's fucked up messing with someone's hormones. It can be deadly too. Yeah, I'm curious how much estrogen he was pumping in that pre-workout. Was there any effect? I don't know. They didn't say. So I don't know how effective the estrogen lacing was. They did not say. I'm assuming it wasn't like super noticeable changes or anything. I don't think it was like a crazy like shift or anything, since they didn't know until he admitted it, right? High estrogen can cause you to grow boobies pretty quick. I'm gonna look it up. How long does it take to get some honkers cooking? How long did that go on for? What did they say? 5 months? 6 months? Would that be enough time for him to get a rack from it? How long does estrogen take to develop breasts? The Clinical Practice Guideline of Endocrine Society indicates that breast development starts 3 to 6 months after start of cross-sex hormone therapy. So he very realistically could have started getting some boobies in development there. Wow. He was probably like really confused, like, damn, I've been hitting chest so hard I'm getting tits. Fuck. These weighted dips are really doing a number on me. That's fast, though. I wouldn't have expected it to be that quick. And I guess it also depends on how much estrogen he was putting in there, too, because it seems like there's different ranges. So that man might be in a push-up bra right now and had no clue why. Thinking maybe he was eating too much edamame or something from the soy. I have no idea. A diabolical plan, though. Very creative. Oh yeah, I did know that actually. I forgot about that. Although the male body needs estrogen to function properly, high estrogen levels can cause health problems such as gynecomastia, erectile dysfunction, or infertility. The gynecomastia is a really interesting one. I talked about that not too long ago. You can actually lactate, which is wild. Man, imagine he goes to the gym, he's just fucking pumping and starts squirting. Like, he's like, oh my god. What are they putting in these protein shakes? Why did this happen? Because he wanted to steal his girl. So his plan was to get him all hopped up on estrogen and take his girl. This week a big song was released called WAP, Wet Ass Pussy. I didn't know this was a song. I saw it all over Twitter with people debating and just fucking melting down about WAP. I thought it was a political movement or some shit like that. It wasn't until yesterday where I made like my boy George and got curious enough to Google WAP to figure out why I kept reading about wet pussies and vaginal discharge conditions and whether or not sodden vaginas were a scientific anomaly or natural.
And then to my surprise, it turns out WAP is a song. And not just a song, it's a fucking banger from Cardi B and Megan. Yeah, spoiler alert, I really like the song. Let me just read some of these lyrics, and you can immediately see why I like the song. I mean, it starts with, "There's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house." And then, you get to the actual meat of it. "Yeah, you fucking with some wet ass pussy. Bring a bucket and a mop for this wet ass pussy. Put this pussy right in your face. Swipe your nose like a credit card. Hop on top. I want to ride. Do a kegel while it's inside. Spit in my mouth. Look in my eyes. This pussy is wet. Come take a dive." Like, this sounds like something I would have written as Genghis Swan. Like, this is fucking fantastic. This is like Riley Reid's abominable rap, but done well. Truthfully, I don't see what the big deal is. This isn't like the first of its kind when it comes to women writing sexually explicit songs. I mean, of course, there's the classic, "My neck, my back, lick my pussy and my crack." I mean, everyone knows that one. That's like a classic anthem right there. That's the gospel. You'll hear that shit in church these days. So I don't know why everyone's so surprised by a song like this, or why it's such a big deal all of a sudden. I think it's just because everything's a big deal these days, so there's just always people looking for things to be mad about, and this seems to be an easy target for them. But there's clearly nothing wrong with the song. I think it is a fantastic piece of art. The only things that I would like to criticize about Wet Ass Pussy is the music video. The music video has like 80 million views, and it's a fucking clean version. It's like a radio edit, so instead of saying wet ass pussy, they say wet and gushy. That's so fucking dumb. Why are you even gonna bother making a clean version of a song called Wet Ass Pussy? I just don't really get it. It's like they're out here with the Kids Bop version of this song. I don't know why they're trying to make it clean for families or younger people to listen to. It's a song about a wet vagina being used like Yu-Gi-Oh's Millennium Puzzle. It's not exactly something that's going to land with too many families or anything. I don't know why the fuck they're bothering with a clean version. I can't imagine Wet Ass Pussy is going to go the same route as Old Town Road, where you have like families, busting a move, wiggling their finger and dancing around every time it comes on as like a big family ordeal. Like, I can't picture a world where you hear Wet Ass Pussy's radio edit come on, and all of a sudden dad just starts fucking busting it wide open and singing the song with his kids. I just don't really see why you'd bother making a clean version of a song like this. Just fucking double down and commit to the wet pussy. But yeah, other than the music video sounding like some kind of TV edit of Pulp Fiction, it's a really enjoyable song, and I think it was great. I don't really understand the controversy. It seems completely made up. I don't think anyone's overly shocked and appalled that women can talk sexually about their own bodies. I can't imagine in 2020 that's somehow an issue. It's just, again, people looking for fights on Twitter with like a fucking anime profile pic and talking about why hentai should be considered a sport or something. Though that's not entirely accurate, because a lot of journalists, and I actually hate using that fucking word for these kind of troglodytes that write these terrible pieces, but a lot of these publications have, for some reason, consulted gynecologists about wet ass pussy. For some reason, I don't know why you'd go to a doctor about a song that's just talking about wet vagina in just a joking, raunchy manner. It's not like they're out here actually saying that their pussy is so wet it's like turning on a sink faucet. They're just exaggerating, making comparisons. And I also don't think a gynecologist needs to weigh in on what Cardi B meant when she said, "Park your Big Mac truck right in this little garage." Really just embarrassing stuff all around, and you'd expect it from the usual suspects with like the fucking patriotic profile pic talking about how God doesn't approve of women having vaginas that get moist or something, and how it's immoral for women to talk about their vaginas. God only likes it when men talk about vaginas and dick. A woman can't do that, not in the Lord's eyes, according to these Twitter accounts. I mean, that's what you'd expect. The kind of overly religious fucking weirdos going that direction, but there is a lot of younger people in these stupid fucking publications, for some reason, also getting mad about the song and shitting in their own cereal box about it. I just really can't imagine who hears this song and gets irrationally angry about it. What the fuck did they just say? Wet ass pussy? Jesus! And fucking break their desk in anger about it and knock over their lava lamp or something. It just feels like a manufactured controversy for the sake of controversy. It's just everyone likes to be combative online. It's like everyone's favorite pastime these days, and that's kind of what it feels like. I really don't think anyone's actually mad about the song, except for perhaps the overly religious people that think if you so much as pee and then it's a little too yellow, you're going to hell. It's just, I don't know, it just feels really fake. Really like fake drama. But yeah, if there genuinely is someone actually upset about the song, you have it very easy in life. To be this upset about something that matters so little to your everyday life and putting this much effort into being mad about something, I think is extremely pathetic. And I think Cardi B and Megan really said it best. Gobble me, swallow me. That's about it. So yeah.
Last week, the beautiful city of Tampa was visited by someone very special. And it wasn't Santa Claus, it was someone far more important and more well-known. Taylor Swift. Tampa got taken over by the Swifties, and it provided a unique opportunity for us to try a dumb idea that we cooked up a long time ago. I'll go ahead and give you the business on it real quick. Most of you know I'm not exactly the best artist in the world, which is very pathetic and tragic considering my first 2 years at university were spent in the digital arts field. And we wanted to harness my raw lack of ability here to make one of those beach videos that are big on YouTube where people will set up shop, be like, hey, curless dumbbell, win $100, beat my dog in an arm wrestling competition, win a car, that kind of thing. We wanted to do that, so we'd set up a little portrait or caricature booth for me and charge people like $5 to have it done, and what they'd receive is the single most revolting, most downright insulting piece of shit they've ever seen in their entire life. And they would have paid for it, which we thought was a hilarious idea, but we just never followed through on it until Taylor Swift came to town. We dusted it off. Baby No Money was in town and he thought that was a fun idea, so we got together and we set up a caricature booth at the Taylor Swift concert for the Swifties, you know, while they were waiting in line. If they wanted to come over and get a caricature, we'd draw them. So Baby No Money and I would draw the same person and made it a little competition about who could draw the better caricature or portrait of the person sitting down. Unfortunately, we couldn't charge for it. You know, we decided to have mercy on their wallets. They're already paying like $5,000 for the nosebleed section of a Taylor Swift concert. So we did it for free, but I still love the idea that if we charged for it, we would have actually taken money for the worst art they've ever seen.
You said what?
I've done a lot of portraits, I'll be good.
I am a portrait.
Our first person, come take a seat.
Oh, hell yeah.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go. How long do we have?
Keep it short, a couple minutes.
Yeah, they're still waiting in line for the concert.
I'm stressed out already, man.
I'm actually in the zone right now. I'm in a flow state.
Flow state, bro state, whatever state it is. I'm feeling it. Oh my god. Back in the day, my Art 8 teacher crowned me king artist of my class, so.
I do a lot of everything. I can do like some but
I shouldn't be giving these away for free, I'm not being honest.
Yeah, it's probably like at least $100,000.
Like the heads at Easter Island. 3 minutes remaining. Yeah, you guys have 3 minutes left. They are both just like zoned in.
They are, they're well, I'm on a tight time schedule and I want to make sure she gets her money's worth.
I'm so sorry.
I'm loving this.
I gotta be honest, I think I'm done. It doesn't really get better than this one, honestly.
Put on your finishing touches, you've got a minute left.
Oh, I have a full minute?
Yeah, you can do some like shading and stuff, Charles.
I'll do some shading. Where's my charcoal pencil? So you have to smudge the charcoal in order to capture shadow. It's the shadow from the tree on her neck.
What shadow from the tree on her neck?
There was when I started. There was when I started.
3, 2,
Sign. Make sure you sign your work.
1.
Alright. Great work, guys.
So now you get to choose which one you want to keep. Okay.
Alright. Let's go. Charlie.
Let's do Charlie first.
Flip yours around first. I think it looks pretty good.
It has a little bit more like
Realism.
realism than mine does, for sure.
Alright, what would you give this out of 10?
A million.
Okay, alright. So we've got a million. Go.
I think we know.
Wow. You got it.
You good, right? I got the earrings. Did you get the earrings?
I did. Yeah.
Alright, so knowing that this is a million, what would you rate that?
$1.5 million. That one's better.
Oh, wow.
That one's better.
All right, you can take both because you need both.
My favorite part is you're now giving people walking into the Taylor Swift concert 2 giant pieces of paper to carry.
You can use them as
Hey,
like
at least my car's
There's
nearby.
recycling right there.
No, this isn't getting hung up on my wall.
That was great work. That was great work on the
First win for me.
Nice.
I knew I came out today to paint, to draw, to show my art through my hand.
Well, once I just need to get warmed up. I don't think she understood like what my style was, which is why she went with yours.
Hair is so difficult. I feel like there's no point in spending time on hair until the very end.
Give me balls.
Huh? Yeah, I'll just do balls.
Balls tonight.
You guys ready?
Just get my beauty part. My face.
3, 2, 1,
Go.
This is a crayon. Okay.
I think where I went wrong is I didn't use the whole page last time.
That's true. Framing is important.
Fabulous. You know, it's kind of looking like Egbert right now, but we're getting there.
That's fine. It's like when Squidward is drawing the perfect circle and he like erases. You have to start, all the way in.
I like being simply.
I have to.
They're pretty zoned in.
They are. They are. True art.
True artiste. Artiste girl.
Really big on you.
What's that?
You look really large on what you're doing.
This is just hair.
Yeah. A lot of flowing hair. That's good.
Oh yeah, you got the hair going on.
Yeah,
Wow.
no, this is, you're going Super Saiyan on mine.
You're a natural redhead, right?
Fantastic. I am now.
Okay, good. Yeah, make it go. I'm doing it too.
The clock's winding down. I don't think Charlie needs any more time, actually. I think he's
I'm
good.
getting
Basically done.
holy shit.
You realize they got away from you a little bit.
Laughing is terrifying, honestly.
This is really funny. I came out today to win, so that's the only thing I'm thinking about right now.
I mean, you got tough competition over there.
Competition, just competition.
Minute 40.
I'm going turbo mode now.
There you go, that's better.
I'm channeling my inner Damien Hirst.
He's gone like full meat canyon. 30 seconds. Alex has gone into a full-blown panic.
Yeah.
I don't know why, it looks pretty good. It actually is very Meat Canyon-esque.
Dude, all these crayons look the same.
Are we both done?
All right.
All right,
Oh
fantastic.
wow, you went crazy.
Well,
No, you went crazy.
I changed up on last time I just didn't use enough of the...
Wow, I don't know about crayons.
So let's have Charlie turn first.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's good. Capture the antlers and everything.
Yeah, how about...
I like my nostrils. It looks like big saggy boobs. But that's fine. All
What
right.
would you rate it out of 10?
Okay. What's the scale of like creativity or like
Just how much you
artistry?
like it.
On how? 100% that's going on my fridge. Yeah, I'll give it a 7.
Strong, a 7 strong.
Yeah.
Respectable.
Okay.
So my art direction was kind of like, go more about like the things that really bring your face alive and like, what you're wearing and like the, like just the beauty.
Wow. I look like a cross between me and Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
It's a good one, right?
Wow.
It didn't really come out as well as I was expecting,
Okay.
but
Also the hair, do I have dandruff or no?
no.
Okay.
I don't know.
The follicles.
Yeah, I was trying to make, yeah.
Okay, I appreciate the effort and the yellow eyes. Okay, I'll give, because I like your heart and your spirit and you laughed a lot, I'll give you a 4.
I'll take a 4.
That was a no contact.
So yeah, all
You
right.
deserve to take both home.
Yeah, I need them both. Thank you so much.
No, thank
You're
Thank you so
welcome.
much. These are excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think you guys are getting better.
Yeah,
I think I got a lot worse there.
that's fine.
Okay, 4 minutes to
These
start.
paintings are low-key worth a lot of money if you think about it.
Well, I mean, you're not going to find anything else like it.
We all set?
Ready?
Here we go in 3, 2, 1.
Go.
4 minutes.
I'm doing bold strokes
Oh yeah, those are the glasses. All right.
I just got lost. Hold on. Need to take.
This one. I don't think you're beating me on this one, I'm going to be honest. This is my finest work so far.
What?
I don't know what I was thinking.
What round beat you have?
They're different yet similar somehow.
It's all going to fall apart at the hair, unfortunately.
Just don't do any hair.
I gotta be honest. If I was sitting in the chair, I think this would look more like me.
I just disagree.
I mean, you're not done yet. A lot can change.
Let me add the shading first.
Speaking of, you've got a minute and a half left.
Oh god. Oh no.
Fumble.
Now it's ruined.
God. I think the little specks of dirt really add to it.
Oh no.
I like the like you're not sure what else you could possibly do.
Well, it's pretty good.
She has giant red earrings on.
I actually didn't notice. That's a huge save. We're mixing mediums.
You gotta mix the meads.
Is this the ponytail?
Yep.
How much time, Matt?
20 seconds.
Finishing touches.
Oh, I forgot the eyebrows.
10 seconds. Alright, finishing touches. Great job.
Oh, I brought it back at the end.
Alright, pencils down.
Nice.
Yours is sick.
That's what I was thinking.
I don't know what he did the first one and then he just went chaotic.
I think the time constraints are really putting.
Yeah, it's a little stressful because I want to get as many details as I can, but yeah.
I think that's where he's getting tripped up.
So that's where you and I differ. Like, I realize details aren't important.
Alright, why don't we go ahead and start with Charles?
Yeah, we'll start with Charles.
I like the abstract. It's honestly, it's not bad.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
I mean, you guys are basically identical.
Like, I agree.
Out of the line.
I agree.
What do you rate it out of 10?
I give it a 7.5.
That's pretty good, yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
He drew you as like a demon.
You have nice teeth, so I was trying to, bring out the teeth.
Yeah.
Glasses were a little bit longer in the middle than I expected. That was just like, some effort. The earrings are red and they didn't come out red here, and you got like, nice mix of gray and, yellow hair and...
Yeah.
Now that he sold you, what would you rate that one?
After the, I was originally thinking it's like a 2, but the explanation brought up to like 5, 6.
Ooh, he's a salesman.
That was good.
Yeah.
Sometimes 2s can come up to 6s.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, here.
You wouldn't want to get this confused with all the other high quality art you hang around the house.
Another satisfied customer.
Great work.
All right.
Really popped off on the last one.
That went crazy. That was good fun.
You went to work. It was an honor to paint beside or draw beside you.
Dude, my life is complete. I've always wanted to do that.
Well, it's not about us. I mean, it's about
the
Taylor
Swifties.
Swifts. Yeah, the Swifties. We did it for them, really.
Should we make a cover song?
They just threw that away over there.
No, they didn't. Oh, I was about to throw some hands, bro.
Do you know this man? He may look like a default character in a Warhammer 40k Space Marine game, but he's very real and has become a very real boogeyman to the music industry. He was recently arrested on a series of charges, and they're basically treating this guy like Cobra Commander for what he's done. He stole directly from music distributors. And the way that he was able to do this, make off with upwards of $10 million in royalties over the course of 7 years, is through a really interesting scheme that I imagine a lot of others are doing behind the scenes, and it's something the music industry themselves also does in broad daylight. But he got slapped hard for it. So what he did is he created a lot of AI songs and flooded streaming platforms with them, and then had tens of thousands of bot accounts perpetually streaming those songs that he owned, and he would collect royalties from all of those botted stream numbers. His name is Michael Smith. Even his name sounds AI generated. But you want to know what AI could never generate? Goof juice. It's the best flavor ever made. It's actually perfection, and AI can't do that. Also, GamerSupps right now is having a big special where you can get free shipping to anywhere in the world using code MOIST. So pick up some Goof Juice, best flavor ever, gamersupps.gg/moist. And he's getting his ass spread open here by the FBI now. So the FBI assistant director said, the defendant's alleged scheme played upon the integrity of the music industry by a concerted attempt to circumvent the streaming platform's policy. I love how they just unironically said the integrity of the music industry. What integrity? What kind of fucking laughable joke is that? No such thing. And like I mentioned at the beginning, the music industry is guilty of botting numbers as well. But that's different. It's totally epic when the music industry does it for themselves. That's just swag style business, baby. The FBI remains dedicated to plucking out those who manipulate advanced technologies to receive illicit profits and infringe on the genuine artistic talents of others. As alleged, Michael Smith fraudulently streams songs created with artificial intelligence billions of times in order to steal royalties. Through his brazen fraud scheme, Smith stole millions in royalties that should have been paid to musicians, songwriters, and other rights holders whose songs were legitimately streamed. Today, thanks to the work of the FBI and the career prosecutors of his office, it's time for Smith to face the music. You know the guy that said that had the biggest fucking smirk on his face. That was his mic drop moment where he put the sunglasses on. I also couldn't help but actually scoff when they said, with a straight face, that he took money away from the artists that would have been paid through these streaming platforms. Brother, look around. The musicians make the littlest piece of that pie. The actual entities that make the lion's share of the money through streaming platforms for music are distributors, publishers, and labels. The actual creative, the artist behind the work, they get the tiniest cut of that cake. They get a urinal cake more than anything. They just get served little dog shits on a plate. They don't see most of that money in the first place. As someone who uses Spotify for our music project, The Gentle Min, I can tell you firsthand, the Spotify royalties for the artist, 2 thumbs way down. Boo, boo, big boo, throw tomatoes. The main people hurt by his scheme were the AI-generated zombies that run the music industry. The music industry was the one that was directly affected the most. I do think there is an argument and a strong case to be made that because he was pumping so many streams to his songs, he was taking some of that marketing, like advertisement money, away from other artists because those ads were instead getting played on his streams that weren't real. So I do think he did end up taking some money away from some of the other artists on the platform. But the main people that were affected was just the music industry directly. He's not like a hero or anything, but it's hard to feel sympathy for the victim here because of how corrupt the music industry is. Now, the way he did this, I think, is pretty interesting, and it's something that I think a lot of other people are doing to a lesser scale than Smith was. So to carry out the scheme, he created thousands of bot accounts on music streaming platforms, Amazon, Apple, Spotify, YouTube, and then used software to make the accounts constantly stream the songs he owned. Smith estimated that he could generate 661,000 streams per day, which would get him 1.2 million a year, but he wanted to avoid streaming it all to a single song because he recognized that that would be pretty suspicious and would probably get the kibosh put on his operation pretty quick. They'd find it. So he then identified the need for thousands of songs that he could pump these fraudulent streams into because it would keep the number low enough because it'd be spreading the 660,000 streams a day across thousands of songs. So it wouldn't really be setting off anyone's alarm bells. But if all of it filtered into just 1 or 2 songs, now that's what I call butthole 28, getting 660,000 streams per day, someone's going to notice and start to piece together that, something's a little fishy here. So that's when he turned to some co-conspirators about needing to get a ton of songs fast. And there's nothing faster than AI. What I find really surprising, though, is that this is in 2018. So this is very primitive AI, and he contacted a chief executive officer of an AI music company, and together they generated hundreds of thousands of songs for this. The names that the AI spit out were pretty trash except for one, Calm Baseball. That name bangs. That right there, I could see that name in lights. Calm Baseball now performing at Madison Square Garden. Like someone's got to take that. It's too good to just let wither and die, to fade away. But that's the strategy in a nutshell. So he created tons of fake artists, tons of fake music, and tons of fake streams, and collected a lot in royalties from it. Now, I think there is a ton of people doing this. I think there are a lot of people that aren't flying as close to the sun as Michael Smith did with over $10 million that they're raking in. Michael Smith was going fast and loose here, going hog wild with the amount of money he was making from this, but I think there are a large number of people that are doing this exact thing with smaller numbers. Because Michael Smith would have never been caught if he didn't make so much from it. And I'm sure every single one of you watching this, if you use Spotify, you've stumbled across one of these AI cesspools, like this fucking latrine of AI generated music, and some of it's got hundreds and thousands of listens to it. I think those accounts are doing exactly what Michael Smith did, but instead of making off like Scrooge McDuck with 1.2 million a year, they're probably doing something smaller like $100,000 or $200,000 a year through this same technique in order to stay invisible to the upper echelon of the music industry. That's my guess. And if I'm wrong about that, I don't think I will be for long, because now that this story has blown up, I think there are going to be tons of copycats that are going to do this exact same thing. Bots have become so prevalent. I know this gets tossed around all the time with like dead internet theory and all of that, but unironically, the data has shown more often than not, the people you interact with aren't people at all. They're not blood, flesh, cringe, and cum. They are bots. And a lot of the things and content you consume doesn't even come from humans either. It comes from bots. So it's one of those things where if it's not already happening in a big way on Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Music, all that, it's going to very soon. Now, in the case of Michael Smith, he's being charged with wire fraud conspiracy, wire fraud and money laundering conspiracy, and could face a maximum of 20 years in prison per count. And I've got a hunch that the music industry is going to do everything in their power to make an example out of Michael Smith to try and scare people away from emulating what he's done. I think they're going to throw the book at him to make it a deterrent from copycats. Because if more and more people start doing what Michael Smith was, the music industry is going to be in some deep doo-doo. It's a very hard thing for them to combat against. Like, look at how long Michael Smith got away with it. And again, the only reason he got caught is just because of how much money he was pulling in. But if people stay at lower amounts that they're making from it, I don't think they have the ability to find all of them. So I think they're very scared of this becoming a bigger problem for them. And I think they're going to do everything in their power to fuck Michael Smith. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about this a little bit. That's it. See ya.
I'm sure you've all heard by now, but last night, Travis Scott's Astroworld concert was a disaster. 8 people died, 300 others were injured, and 11 of them suffered cardiac arrest. I first heard the news while streaming, and I didn't even know what the fuck to think. It was so baffling. Just an absolutely horrible situation all around. When I first heard about the 11 cardiac arrest victims, I didn't even know what the fuck could have caused that. I thought Light had gotten a hold of the death note and just started writing people's names in it at random at the concert. 11 heart attacks? His music isn't going that hard that it's just sending people to an early grave. Like, yeah, he had a pretty crazy Fortnite concert, I guess, but kids weren't dropping like flies because it was just giving them a heart attack. So I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I thought, like, okay, maybe there was like overdoses or like a shooter or something. Aliens invaded. Like, how the fuck are this many people getting hurt and dying at that concert? It wasn't until after stream where I looked into it, and it is truly disgusting how avoidable this whole thing was. So, first of all, it is Travis's fault. I see a lot of people defending him for some reason on social media. Travis Scott is just as much to blame for this tragedy as everyone else around him. I'm not going to share any videos for obvious reasons. It's really disturbing. There are just like golf cart ambulances going through the crowd with people dancing on top of them and preventing them from getting to people that needed assistance. There's videos of people performing CPR in mass on a bunch of bodies around them because people were just literally falling over unconscious, needing to be resuscitated. There's a video of Travis Scott
who is looking at someone's body being crowd surfed towards the front to get it out of the way. It's this guy's body, and it's being pushed over everyone's head, and Travis Scott is looking at it and continues to sing. Now, that clip in particular is extremely popular and been floating around everywhere, but it's not the full clip. In the full clip, Travis Scott actually picks that guy out and tells security to pick him up and get him out of there. He noticed that he was unconscious, and security was working their best to get him out of there. But then he goes right back to singing as they're trying to get him out, so people immediately start like fucking bumping and grinding on the people that are trying to get the body out. They're literally twerking on the security guards trying to get a corpse out of there. And it doesn't make Travis look any better in my opinion, because it shows that he was very well aware that people were literally falling over unconscious at his concert and still continued to sing without trying to address it and maybe like giving it a break and trying to get the crowd reorganized so people would stop dying like that body he had just pointed out. Travis Scott from the stage can see the ambulance going through, and he did nothing to stop the concert. He didn't say, whoa, 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 let's all settle down. What's going on? Let's stop this. Travis Scott is just as much to blame for what happened here as everyone else. Now, the majority of the responsibility for the situation that happened falls on the organizers of the event. The cause of all of this was overcrowding. What was happening is people were dying from being pushed by the crowd. It's called crowd crush. People weren't necessarily getting trampled. They were literally getting asphyxiated due to the pressure of all of the bodies around them constantly pushing on them. They couldn't breathe. So they were literally just standing and suffocating, from what I understand. What's even wilder is that this isn't even the first time it's happened at Astroworld. In 2019, 3 people died from a stampede. So they're clearly not very good at handling crowds. In fact, they don't do anything about it. There were so many videos of people begging the organizers last night to stop the concert and like get people to stop dying. And their response was no. It was like that scene in fucking Watchmen. They'll cry out for help and I'll whisper, no, we're going sicko mode. Like, it's fucking crazy. Like, Travis Scott put out a tweet saying how devastated he is. Bro, you could literally see people dying from where you were on stage. You looked at a dead body. You looked at a corpse being transported and still continued to sing. You literally gave it a walk-off song. This dude's dead body was being pushed over the crowd. Travis was looking at it and was like singing him into Valhalla. Like, you knew what was going on and still decided not to stop the concert. You are responsible. Travis Scott in 2015 and 2017 also had problems where he encouraged the crowd to like hop barricades and storm the stage, creating like a really unsafe concert environment. Travis Scott treats his concerts like he's still playing Fortnite and he's just trying to increase his kill to death ratio. It's fucking nuts. And the people that are trying to defend him are stupid. Like, you're just dumb. He is not an idiot. He could see all the chaos going out there. Ambulance, literally looking at a dead body. And he, at any point, could have said, whoa, let's fucking stop. Let's put the brakes on this operation here. Let's address what's going on and just maybe postpone the concert or reorganize people so we're not just this giant wave of meat that is killing people. Like, there was plenty of opportunity for him to stop it. But yes, I do agree, Travis Scott didn't design the venue himself. That responsibility falls on the organizers, who for some reason have no idea how to handle crowds, so they just have this massive group of people in an area that's too tight for them up front, and it caused the crowd crush. Now, I do understand that there were a lot of people that were entering the concert illegally, like they were hopping the fence and busting through the security checkpoints, so there were more people than anticipated, but there are still ways to combat that. There's absolutely things they could have done, such as stopping the concert when people started dying. People were begging them to stop the concert, the organizers, not just Travis Scott. There's a video of a girl who climbed up one of the camera towers and was telling him the situation. His response was, get the fuck down. Like, there were plenty of times where organizers could have stopped the concert. This isn't one of those situations where there was nothing they could do to stop what was happening. It's not like it was Thanos and it was inevitable or whatever. A Travis Scott concert isn't some kind of natural disaster like a hurricane where you can't go outside and just yell, hey, halt, stop, hurricane, and expect it to stop. But here you absolutely could do that and expect it to stop because it's just a concert. Fucking lead singers walk off stage all the time and the concert ends on the spot. Like, Nickelback has walked off stage like 100 times because people throw tomatoes at them. Like you can stop it. You can. And they should have, because it would have really prevented the loss of life there, at least helped. I didn't know what crowd crush was until today, and then I read all about it. That is an absolutely agonizing, horrible way to die. It is a slow,
painful, miserable death. They were dying standing up. I can't even picture something like that, especially at a concert where you're supposed to be having fun. And it's not like the people in the crowd were maliciously pushing and shoving people. I'm not like blaming the crowd. This is a phenomenon that happens when the place is just too crowded, and people just standing next to each other is enough to start putting too much pressure on people up in the middle, and they just start suffocating because they can't catch their breath anymore. It's the same thing that happened at like the Hillsborough disaster, I think it was called. That was I think 97 people died there, and it was the same thing. It was a crowd crush. People in the back were occupying too much space, so the people in the middle were starting to get suffocated from it. It's not like the people at the back were pushing and shoving on everyone. It's just people at walking speed or even standing still, too close together, makes it so that way the people in the middle just get absolutely blasted. It happens with like a bottleneck situation, or if the venue is just genuinely not big enough to handle the capacity. Or another thing I was reading about was a crowd collapse, which is when someone falls over and then that leads to other people falling over and then they start dying from asphyxiation at the bottom of like that pile. I don't think that was the case here. From what I've been reading, it was truly crowd crush, and it's a truly awful and sad situation that was easily avoidable. The concert could have been stopped at any moment when the hundreds of people started alerting them to the problems and the people that were dying. But they decided to continue with the concert for the whole duration, and now we're left with 300 injured and 8 confirmed dead. Fucking tragic. Actually fucking awful. So, yeah, I just wanted to talk about this because I got pretty upset reading about it, and that's about it. So, yeah.
So this video has Jose Feliciano performing a cover of Every Breath You Take for Sting himself, and unfortunately he absolutely butchers the song, uses it like toilet paper to wipe his ass crack with right in front of Sting, and Sting has to sit there and watch this entire train wreck unfold for the entire duration of his song. He is the Frankenstein watching the monster he created on stage right now, and he is visibly uncomfortable and unhappy. Every vow you break, every smile you fake, every claim you stake. Jose, pop some dicks off with a face-melting solo. Good music is dead. That's a statement you hear all the fucking time from a bunch of different people, especially the hipsters on Facebook. That's probably the second most frequently posted thing from hipsters on Facebook. The first being, look what I just got from Whole Foods, #vegan, #feel guilty if you're not vegan. Why do so many people say good music is dead? Well, it's because they believe most mainstream shit is shit. And it's because it is shit. Now, me saying it's shit isn't me saying it's super bad and I don't understand how anyone likes it, because I like some mainstream music. But objectively speaking, it's shitty, passionless shit for the most part. Let's take modern popular rap for an example. Modern popular rap has lost all semblance of deeper meaning or any meaning at all. The only message modern rap aims to deliver is, look at all this money, and look at this pussy vagina cooter I'm about to butt fuck with my dick. And a lot of rap has forgotten how to use language entirely. A good chunk of popular modern rap is just mumbling incomprehensible vomit into a microphone that sounds like the rapper was delivering his verse with a mouthful of peanut butter while being tickled and also waterboarded at the same time. It sounds like if you smashed your fucking head on your keyboard into Google Translate and then had the Japanese text-to-speech robot read the gibberish back to you in English. It's just a series of nonsense noises strung together. Like if Lil Pump farted into the mic during one of his verses, just straight had diarrhea into the microphone during a verse, I would have no idea because it'd be indistinguishable from the rest of the shitty noises I was hearing leading up to that. Now, I like some mumble rap. I'm guilty of liking mumble rap. They have good beats, and the rapper's voice can, in some cases, become an instrument and part of the music. But even in the rare instances where that does happen, I would never defend them as good songs or good music. Another great example is pop music. Pop music has become so formulaic that there's one man named Max Martin who's written nearly every single #1 pop song of the last 20 years. The man's a fucking animal. He's a fucking machine. He's a machine of fucking. What he does is he just follows trends. And there's no passion put into the music because he just writes songs that people want to be told in song form. He's writing things that people want to hear. He's basically writing Hallmark greeting cards, but for pop music. He makes the songs general enough where it can apply to a wide audience, and they become huge hits. Now, there's no passion there, clearly. And I'm not saying all music needs passion, but I think it at least needs effort. And there's not a lot of effort that goes into mainstream music, which is why most people say good music is dead, because the mainstream music doesn't display good music. Good, of course, being very subjective. Now, I already know there's going to be some greasy-ass, limp-dicked losers in the comment section that are going to be saying, oh yeah, you think mainstream music's so bad? Why don't you make better music then, huh, big guy? Well, eat shit. You can suck the filthiest part of my asshole. I hate that argument. You do better. Nothing shows me that you're dumber quicker than you saying, well, you do better. That doesn't mean I can't criticize something because I couldn't do it better. That's such a fucking non-argument. I can't make a fleshlight, but that doesn't mean I can't criticize the guy who can if he makes a fleshlight out of asbestos. It's fucking dumb. Just because you can't do something doesn't make your criticism of it invalid. It's a horrible non-argument to make, and you immediately lose the second you say it. Now, let's go back to the main focus of this video. Good music isn't dead. That's equally as fucking stupid. Music is in the best place it has ever been. Back when I was growing up, you were at the mercy of the radio to get all of your music. Occasionally some local shows, you'd find some local bands or local talent, but other than that, you were at the mercy of whatever the radio was putting out there. That was what you digested. And then, as the internet kept developing, we got something called LimeWire and Aries. I used Aries because I was way too goddamn cool for LimeWire. Aries was a peer-to-peer thing just like LimeWire, and you'd download popular music. So I only knew popular music from the radio, so sometimes I'd search up Linkin Park, and I'd find an obscure band where, the musicians would slap on each other's ass cheeks melodically and write songs about how the government's putting nanobots in their coffee. That would be my exposure to obscure bands. That'd be the only way I could find them, by complete accident. But now, with the internet being this meme cesspool and Fortnite-infested landscape, you can find so much shit in the music realm. You can find every possible niche imaginable. Folk, rap, ska, jam with a little bit of cum sounds in the background, ambient noise, tit milking. I'm sure you could find that somewhere. There's a couple hundred bands that you can find that deliver right on that fetish of yours. The point I'm making is, you have the access to every possible genre of music that you're interested in, and you'll find it easily. And the bands and the artists, they have the ability to deliver this high quality shit to you because technology's evolved so much where they can actually independently produce very professional sounding shit, and you'd have no idea if you heard it that it wasn't, from a label, a studio. It was just a couple guys in their, their fucking office room, and they recorded it, and it sounds great. I'm saying good music isn't dead. It's better than it's ever been because there's so much music now that you can find anything you want to find. It may not be popular, so if you want to change the argument, good music isn't popular, that's something we might be able to argue to some level, to some degree, but good music being dead is just fucking silly. Music has never been in a better place ever. Now, I listen to predominantly metal and all types of different subgenres of metal, and yeah, it's very sad when I see that metal is not popular at all. I'll find a band that I really fucking like, and then I'll check them out. They have maybe 9 likes on Facebook and 4 subscribers on YouTube, and it's all family members. That sucks, but it's refreshing that I was able to find them, because they're not popular. I would have never been able to find them if it wasn't for, the internet being the way it is. I'm not trying to make this like an old grandpa's celebration of the internet here, but internet has really saved music. Because if we didn't have all of this access to it, we would have nothing but the radio mainstream shitters. And that'd be sad. That'd be a sad world of music. But we don't. Good music isn't dead. It's still right there. You just gotta fucking put some effort into it, I guess. And not be so upset when you find something you like isn't popular. Everyone's got different tastes. So I guess really, to summarize all of it, use the fucking internet if you want to find good music. It's not dead. You can find anything you want. You'll find a whole bunch of shit you like. A lot of the bands I listen to have an audience of fucking no one. They're just making music because they love making music, and they're putting some great shit out there. You can find it. I mean, it's easy, honestly. That's it. See ya. If I want some amazing vegan songs, is that a genre of music? Vegan folk? Vegan hip-hop? Money don't mean shit. Oh!
Money don't mean shit. Capitalism, we spit on it till we like
It's like a rejected Bee Gees
We're all
song.
chasing money, why? We don't need it, that you can't deny. We could buy it when it comes
Damn,
to
John.
money, I'm a hater.
John out here about to end
Terrible
capitalism
motivator.
itself.
Wage slavery makes me cry.
Don't cry.
Capitalism has
Did this guy, is he like a founding
Your hair
father of
looks
Pink
nice
Floyd?
Today I saw a raccoon on my deck trying to take my shit and redistribute wealth SMH.
No, that wasn't a raccoon. That was just John Sakars. Ending capitalism one house at a time. Oh, don't finger its nose, John.
Me as kid what shit him a magician.
He's not saving the pig, he's just sexually stimulating it. Just teasing it. Vegan vagina juice?
Hello.
That looks like a
This
man
video
who
was
gets
on
some
YouTube,
vegan
and last night I
vagina
deleted
juices
it
on his face
because
on the
someone wrote a
nightly.
comment and they said, I have been with a woman and, you know, maybe like nibbled a little bit on her neck or her inner thighs or something.
No, you
or other.
haven't. That's never been done before.
Absolutely, I am not.
In the
It's
history of men.
cannibalism. So, and John, why'd you delete it? We know you're not a cannibal. And so I thought I'd
I
upload
don't
the
know
video
that.
again with
I'm
a
getting
little
cannibal
introduction.
vibes.
So please, no cannibalism. Don't worry if I'm ever intimate with you, I'm not going to start eating you. Maybe just gentle nibbling and
Yes,
that's
please,
it.
John.
Okay. Say no
Right
to
on my
cannibalism.
tender nipples.
Say
My
yes to
vegan,
veganism.
gluten-free nipples. My non-GMO nipples. Wow, John.
John Sakhar's here.
Do you want to run me through that not being a cannibal spiel again?
That's right. I'm bare naked. I'd love to take a bath with you. You could help clean my back.
Hope everyone's got some lotion out.
My tongue feels like cleaning something.
Ooh, I'll bend over
maybe
for
I'll
it.
clean
No,
this
John, you will eat me.
papaya, this sexy papaya with my tongue. Mm.
Oh, yeah.
While I'm licking this papaya, I'll fantasize
About who?
that you,
Me?
sexy vegan woman,
No, vegan man.
are sitting on my face.
You don't want this
Because
ass
that
on your face,
is my
John.
ultimate- Vegan vagina juice, VVJ.
Mm.
Vegan vagina juice, VVJ. Vegan vagina
Ooh,
juice,
baby.
VVJ. People can say that
Man, I think John smoked a little too much of that VVJ.
afraid to tell the whole
Oh,
wide
man.
world that I want you to sit on my face. We can take our time.
Well, needless to say, that will be up for Grammys this year. What else do we have from John? This guy's a maniac. Like, this guy needs to be in Arkham Asylum.
Please go vegan, become
I don't know, maybe it started as satire, and there's a piece of him that knows it's still just jokes, but he is like literally transmogrified into a vegan. Like, he looks super vegan, and like the message, he's trying to deliver a real message. So I feel like his body is at odds with himself, like his soul and his mind just aren't communicating. Like, one's saying satire and the other's saying way of life, and they're just clashing, and that's what this channel's become. Him licking papayas sensually and making ironic music.
When I ask you to think of a crazy concert, what do you think of? Lollapalooza? Ultra Music Festival? Maybe Vans Warped Tour? These are all wrong answers. The correct answer is Smash Mouth. Smash Mouth throws the wildest concerts of all time. Every event they perform at is like Woodstock, the mayhem, the pandemonium. Seeing a Smash Mouth concert from a week ago is like seeing old footage of an Elvis Presley concert, just with less women fainting, unless they're fainting at Smash Mouth from drinking too much. It is something I never would have expected, but something I am very pleased to learn. Smash Mouth is a group that needs no introduction, but I'm going to anyway. They're considered the most influential rock band of all time. They basically created Shrek and cemented themselves as legends with their hit song, All-Star. All-Star is considered by many experts to be the most important creation since the invention of language. Now, they have been touring for the better part of 90 years now, or however long they've been around. And they still actively go to all kinds of festivals, and every time they do, it's a remarkable disaster of chaos and abundant alcohol consumption. And yesterday they were headliners at a local food and wine festival in bumblefuck nowhere, so after weighing some strawberries or something, everyone gathered around in some lawn chairs to listen to some Smash Mouth, and things things went south pretty quick. But before I show you that concert, I want to show you one of their most well-known and historic concerts. This is when Steve Harwell, lead singer, lost his fucking mind over some bread.
Oh no, how often does he do this? What the fuck? Yeah, this is the one I was talking about. Wait, what is this? Yelling at the crowd over bread? Smash Mouth! Yeah! Where are they?
I'm gonna come find your ass. I'm gonna beat your ass wherever the fuck you are out there, okay?
Stop ruining the Smash Mouth concert!
Come here, come on.
Oh, someone just threw a whole soda can at him.
Come on stage. Come on stage, badass. Come on.
Oh, people are throwing shit like crazy now. Let's go.
On stage, whoever's throwing shit at me, I will tell you right now, I will beat the fuck out of you, okay?
The background band is really killing it.
You're ruining the show.
Do it to the beat, Steve.
People right now, because I'm gonna walk on stage, and guess what? You're paying for it, motherfucker, okay?
This is nice. This is my favorite remix.
Come on, somebody.
Steve, fucking crowd surf and slap him around. Let's go! Let's go! Steve, don't give up. You can take him.
Somebody throw something at me.
He's asking for it. Hit him with some bread.
If you're man enough to throw something at me,
People throw bread at ducks all the time and they don't even like bread. He's asking for bread.
you little pussy bitches. You're a bunch of little pussy bitches.
Pussy bitches? Pussy bitches? I'll show you a pussy bitch. Throw like a bread grenade. It's gotta be hard being Steve. He exists as a meme. That's like his whole sense of being.
Yeah, so the story here, he was at like a bread festival. I don't know what that is, but like apparently they just had a whole bunch of bread on standby, maybe for the sole purpose of throwing it at Steve like tomatoes. So some daredevil out there tossed the bread at him, and Steve, he wasn't having none of that shit. So he called him out directly, put the whole kibosh on the performance. Meanwhile, his background band's giving him like ass-beating soundtrack, like music to beat ass to. And it is impressive. I loved it. It made me feel like I was watching real-life Doom for a second, if it was family-friendly. It was so cool. Like, I thought it was so wonderful. And it really makes me want to go to a Smash Mouth concert, and maybe I'll bring a few crumbs of bread and maybe sprinkle them on stage a little bit. Steve takes notice and his fucking eyes roll in the back of his head like, which one of you motherfuckers brought the pumpernickel? And then he just starts like flexing. And then like tries like pointing people out. Then it becomes, of course, a self-fulfilling prophecy as other people also throw bread. Like, it just seems fun. Like, it just seems super fun to watch Steve Harwell go a bit crazy, get a bit goofy up there. And now I'd like to show you the concert from yesterday. This is the one that I knew about. I didn't know that Steve had a history of doing this at concerts, so that was pretty nice. This was a nice little gateway drug into the addiction of Smash Mouth concerts live that I now have.
I have no words.
At no point was the sound balanced. Unintelligible speech.
You're killing it, Steve. He's like someone's drunk dad at like a high school sports event. Let's go, Steve! God, I love Steve.
That's the kind of concert I want to be at right there. I want to be in the front row, the splash zone for when Steve pukes on stage. Like, I just feel like the energy there is immaculate. Those vibes, pristine. This video just provides me with so many questions. He was casting some kind of ancient spell with the gibberish he was talking about in the beginning. And then he goes on to do some weird fucking salute before then threatening the audience's entire family. Why? And then he also out of nowhere brings up the fact that if he could suck his own dick, he'd never leave his house. But why? God damn it. Like, I had no clue Smash Mouth went so hard, and now I've got to see one of their concerts. I'll probably go to whatever Florida concert they decide to do, and I'm sure that'll be a fucking banger. But anyway, I just wanted to share this with all of you because maybe we have some real concert enthusiasts out there that may want to check out the next Smash Mouth event if you want to go there and get a little wacky. So yeah, I mean, that's about it. See ya.